So welcome, this is what I like to call the Metal Gear Marathon. I'm joined with one of my best friends in the whole world, Martin.
Hello.
He'll be our historical advisor. And for this for this beginning of Metal Gear, we are also joined with my great friend Toby.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Toby.
And
how you doing? You doing sexy? Oh, PlayStation 1. We didn't get the PlayStation 1 launch sound.
No, because it's something weird with the PlayStation 3.
Oh well. I suppose it was alive.
And the whole idea with this is simply just to give you guys the Metal Gear experience. We're planning on playing from Metal Gear 1 all the way to Metal Gear 4, then play Metal Gear Revengeance, and when this is all out, Metal Gear 5 will probably have landed, and we'll do that as well.
And finally, I will actually learn what Metal Gear is all about.
Yeah, because you have never played Metal Gear.
Never. Well, I tried once playing Sons of Liberty. After 6 hours, I still hadn't gotten through the first hour of gameplay or something, because I'm that bad at sneaking.
And it's my favorite game of all time.
On Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next
you will also be my
generation
historical advisor because you're really great at history and shit. So you'll be able to tell me if some of this stuff
They're
is correct
demanding
or
that the
even
government
give some
turn over the
interesting
remains
input.
of Big Boss.
I will.
And I just say that if the demands are not met within 24 hours,
I don't know how
to launch a nuclear weapon.
How do I stealth?
How does one stealth?
You'll have
so the first thing,
objectives.
that's
First, you'll
incorrect.
rescue
shut
Chief Donald Anderson.
That's not what I meant.
And the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
Nuclear.
What's the insertion method? We'll
Insertion method is
And
anal.
then we'll launch
Just
a
look at these graphics.
So sexy.
After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on,
Is it what
Oh,
G.I. Joe?
I just got an SDV. Oh shit. Let's go to the door. Is this like G.I. Joe?
Better.
It can't be.
But knowing
High-Tech
half the
Special
battle.
Forces Unit Foxhound, your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
This kind of reminds
So
me
there's
of
still
pork
a
chop sandwiches.
There are 6
That
members
doesn't
of
remind me
Foxhound
pork chops.
involved in this
But the saying
terrorist
does remind me
activity.
a little bit of like some sort
Psycho
of
Mattis,
post
with his
Soviet
powerful psychic
Union,
abilities.
nuclear fallout.
Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter.
Sniper Wolf.
No, but I
Decoy
meant nuclear
Octopus,
fallout.
Master
What's
Disguise,
the game for?
Vulcan Raven,
Nuclear
Giant and Shaman,
Good, whatever. I don't know what you're
Revolver Ocelot.
I played this
Specialist in
game when I
interrogation,
was
and a formidable
9 or
gunfighter.
10.
And
So a lot of
finally,
this stuff went
in
right
charge
over
of
my
them,
head, so it's really
Foxhound
interesting to see
Squad
it,
Leader,
again with a more mature
Liquid
look.
Snake,
Liquid Snake.
Relatively more mature.
a man with the same codename
I
as you.
hope all those
The
names
nuclear
that
weapons
bring out
disposal
there,
facility covers the whole island.
They
I'll
are.
instruct you by codec after you
I
reach
like
your
to
target.
be named Revolver Ocelot.
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
just have to shoot
Weapons and equipment OSP.
Yes, this is a top secret
I gotta
black
shoot
op.
my own dinner.
Don't expect any
with a
official
revolver. Yeah, we kinda got that. I'm gonna kill an ocelot. We kinda got that.
Revolver, honey, did you remember to take out the bullets of the deer before you ate it? Hey?
No, Mom, cause I'm a man.
Oh, Revolver, you're so silly.
You don't play by the rules. Okay.
Tech stuff.
Listen to this music. It's awesome.
Also, we're not even.
No. Let's see. Options.
Even the option menu is awesome.
Well, you're gonna need subtitles, I guess, but it's already on.
And the reason why it's on is because what is it called?
We're making noises.
Yeah. And also, Kojima wanted this to be like a movie experience.
Oh yes, that was one of the things I read about it.
So,
It was pretty much an interactive film.
yeah. So we're not going to skip anything. This is a briefing, and yes, we will watch the entire briefing.
How long is the
It's
briefing?
been a long time, Snake.
I should have known you were
It's
behind this
really
colonel.
long, really.
Oh, fair enough.
That's no way to greet an old war buddy, Snake.
What do you want from me?
I just invited you here so we could have a talk.
Invited?
David Hayter.
That's what you call sending armed soldiers after me?
Sorry if they were a little rough with you. But we've got a serious situation here. Only you can get us out of it.
I'm retired from Foxhound. You're not my commander anymore, and I don't have to take orders from you or anyone else.
This isn't really the
You
first.
will take these orders.
No, the first
I
Metal
know
Gear
it.
was made for the NES way back in the day, but
But you have to play those to understand this.
Who's this?
no.
Dr. Naomi Hunter. She's chief
Because
of Foxhound's
he didn't
medical
even
staff.
knew
With
that
an expert
there
in
would
gene
be a
therapy.
really big gap
Are you military?
between the people
No,
who has
civilian.
played the NES
I've been
game
sent here
and
from
the PlayStation 2
ATGC.
game.
Pleasure to meet you, Snake.
And the NES game.
Don't worry, this injection won't
and
hurt a
the
bit.
second NES game,
What's
there
the
was
shot
actually
for?
two,
What's wrong? You
are
don't like
next to
shots?
impossible to complete. Even if you play it on an
listen up.
emulator with cheat codes
It all
and
went
save
down
save
5
states,
hours
you
ago.
cannot complete that
Heavily
fucking
armed
game.
soldiers
Were
occupied
those made by
Shadow Moses
Hideo
Island,
too? Yep.
a remote
yeah.
island off the coast of
Actually,
Alaska.
he got into a lot of shit because
What
of those,
soldiers?
because
Next
he
generation
actually pitched
special
the idea to
forces,
several companies
led by
before
members
Konami
of
took him
Unit
in.
Foxhound.
They stated that,
presented Washington with a
this was
single
not something
demand,
that
and they say
people
that
were
if it isn't
interested
met,
in.
they'll launch
like
a
these
nuclear
hairy
weapon.
dialogue, movie-esque
A
games.
nuclear weapon.
I'm afraid so.
So pretty much, Hideo Kojima
You
was
see,
just
the island is the
way
site
ahead
of
of
a
his
secret
time.
nuclear weapons disposal
Yeah, that
facility.
seems clear.
Foxhound hijacking a nuclear weapon?
So Foxhound.
Now
are
you
they good or
understand
bad?
how serious the situation
I never
is.
understood that.
Foxhound is
You'll have two mission
is a
objectives.
unit.
First, you're to rescue the
I'm not
Dark
fuck you. I'm
Donald
not completely
Anderson.
sure about this, but I believe they were
And the
a
president
group
of Arms Tech,
made
Kenneth Baker.
by Big Boss, which
They're
is
both
supposed
being
to be
held as
like big.
hostages.
He was the big villain in Metal Gear
Those
1
are
and
some
2.
heavy-duty hostages.
And so they are kind of
You're to
villains in this
investigate
case.
whether
yeah.
or not the
One
terrorists have
problem
the
though,
ability
Big
to
Boss
launch a
is Snake
nuclear
as
strike.
well, right? Like a clone
Stop them
dude.
if they do.
Well, yeah, but we.
Any
we
questions?
will get
We'll
to
get to
that.
that because I don't.
Questions?
Welcome to the Clone Wars.
I haven't even
Yeah,
said whether
yeah.
I'd accept this mission.
Well,
May
you
the
can
force be
make
with
up
you.
your mind after you hear more about the situation.
Oh, 2 minutes and 39 seconds.
Oh no! That was the intro to the briefing. Now there's the actual briefing.
Oh, cool.
So operation outline.
Oh, you're controlling this?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
You get to do, like, because
Tell me about the nuclear
it
weapon
is a heavy
disposal
dialogue
facility.
game, and there's a lot of dialogue. So
Disposal
Hideo Kojima
facility
made sure that
includes a
people were able to
hardened
skip it.
underground
Like
base.
this is not
With our
stuff
most
you need
advanced
to
intelligence
get
gathering
the
equipment,
experience, but
we
it's
can't
something
tell
you need
what's
to get the
happening
full
inside.
experience.
So someone needs to penetrate. Sounds like a
That's the
spy
first one to
movie.
laugh. I'm so
What's the
silly.
insertion method?
Well, an air insertion is impossible.
Not with this storm going on.
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
Approach.
Yes, within a few miles of it. The facility is equipped with sonar detection capabilities. They'd be able to hear our engine or propeller noise.
And then
We'll launch a one-man SDV.
launch.
You were right
Same
with
as a
the
torpedo,
SDV.
only this has no
Where's your
propulsion device of
SDV?
its own.
He said
After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim.
You want me to swim in sub-zero Alaskan water?
Well, when
Don't
you say it
worry.
like that, it sounds
That
very
suit
silly.
represents
Sounds like a
the
really
latest
great idea.
advances in polythermal technology.
And now we're just
The
using
nuclear
fancy
weapons
words.
disposal facility covers the
Yeah,
whole
trying to
island.
confuse you.
This is like
Instruction
watching
by
episodes of
Kodak
Doctor
after you
Who.
reach
Just a
your
lot of
target.
fancy words to cover up something. It's like
As
check
usual, this
that
is a
one.
one-man infiltration
Name
mission.
dropping.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes, this is a
Yes.
top secret black op. Don't expect any
Oh,
official
that's
support.
Black Ops.
Oh, this is a good kind of Black Ops.
Oh, fantastic. So not killing 1,000 people within 10 seconds.
No.
Super. Can you go through the whole game without killing anybody?
Yeah.
What about bosses?
Bosses, no. Those people you have to kill.
So if you enjoyed Deus Ex, both the old ones and
What's
the new
the
one,
time
you
limit?
like this?
24 hours.
Yeah, I love the Deus Ex.
They
I
say
actually
they'll
got the
launch
very
after
first
24
Deus
hours.
Ex with the box and
Do
everything.
they say what the target will be?
And in
So far,
Metal
they
Gear
haven't
2,
mentioned the
3, and
target.
4, you're actually
When did
able
the countdown
to
start?
also complete
5
the entire
hours
game
ago.
without killing anyone, not even the bosses.
Seriously? Okay, that's good. That's kind of cool. Yeah, because you got the tranquilizer.
You got the
in
tranquilizer
the
gun.
second game already.
And there's actually bonuses for just knocking them out.
Oh, that's kind of really. But what does the bonus thing give you?
It depends. Some people just give you dog tags, and other people give you, like, if you complete all of Metal Gear 4 without killing anyone, you get a special gun that runs on solar power.
Seriously? That's the Guns of the Patriots. That's 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Colonel,
Oh,
who are you
so
speaking
this
for?
is this is
Naturally,
interesting.
I'm representing
I
the
can-
U.S.
I can-
Oh,
government.
seriously? They did that in
who's
newer
in
games. I didn't
supervisory
know you could do
control
that
of
in
this
older games
operation?
as well. Because I remember, was
The
it
President
in...
of the United States.
That was in Devil May
Which means that
Cry
the
4
president must be
already.
meeting with his top aides in the
Yeah,
map
but they
room
actually
about-
also had it in Metal Gear 2,
No,
which was
at
where.
this point, they're still
oh well,
video
actually,
conferencing with
I
each other.
and for Metal Gear
That's
1,
a real
2,
nuclear
2, 3,
warhead.
and 4
Shouldn't they
actually.
use
But I actually
COG?
think that they.
Not yet.
cock?
The Secretary of Defense
What?
has
Cock? Where?
operational
Let's look at his
control
penis.
and is fully aware
Where
of
are
the
the gears?
situation.
Okay, whatever.
After you
But
infiltrate,
I
if you
seem to
determine they
recall it
possess
being in
nuclear
some
launch
of the
capabilities,
Enders
a
first.
COG will be issued.
Yeah, I got the
Well,
HD.
if they haven't
thingy
relocated to the
a few
nuclear
days
shelter
ago.
under Mount
I remember doing
Washington,
that. Yeah,
I suppose
totally.
there isn't that
So I
much
think
reason
it
to
was
worry
in
yet.
that-
Totally do that.
Is the National Security Agency in on this?
You can do
Yes.
that.
So is the DIA,
Which was
the
interesting.
Defense
That's the
Intelligence
Hideo
Agency.
Kojima that I do
DIA.
enjoy more.
I'm starting to get a
Like,
bad
I'm a
feeling
Zone of the
about
Enders
this.
fanboy.
They'll be
I
sending us some
love those
support.
games, but I get why you don't.
Desk jockeys.
I like
We
them
need
just
a
as
nuclear
much as
weapons
I
specialist.
fucking love the Zone of the
you love
Enders.
it.
Nuclear weapons
And it was also the
specialist
first
has
time I
already been
actually
assigned
liked
to
anime
us.
kind of mechs compared to BattleTech mechs and stuff like that. But right, so you like Zone of the Enders, right?
Yeah,
You like them? Oh,
I love them.
I
I got the HD collection right the
You
fuck
should
over
have seen
there.
him. You should have seen him when we were what 14 years old. That came out. He
Yeah.
was playing it at my
Yeah.
place. Oh God!
I got it off my uncle. He just, here's a game that I found. Play it. And I was like,
We need
nah.
backup
It's
discussions.
funny, it looks
I'm just
lame,
an
but it was
amateur
fucking
when it
great.
comes
It's
to
funny how a lot of our
From
PlayStation
PlayStation stuff.
It's funny how a
I
lot of our
know.
PlayStation 2 history has actually been like that.
That's why I
Here's a
requested
game
the assistance
called
of
God
the
of War
military
Trilogy.
analyst
Yeah,
named
blah, blah,
Nastasha
whatever.
Romanenko.
It's just amazing.
Oh,
She'll be
Nastasha.
providing you backup by codec.
Nastasha.
Her voice
Female
actor
analyst.
is amazing.
She's built up an impressive
be
record
Hale?
as an
No,
advisor
that's
for
not
the
Jennifer.
nuclear emergency search team.
Jennifer Hale has actually been here while we were talking.
Contact her
You see,
with questions.
that's the first thing I
She's
noticed
also
about
an
it.
expert on
I learned
high-tech
about Metal
weapons.
Gear. Jennifer Hale was in it.
Where's she working
Then I didn't
from?
really care for anything else.
At her
but the
home
headline.
in Los
And to
Angeles.
the viewers at home, who's Jennifer Hale?
Jennifer Hale is
California.
the voice actress of Femme Shepard.
Seems like a million
Bastila
miles
Shawn
away.
in Knights of the Old Republic. The female trooper in the Old Republic. And
So BioWare stuff, Mass Effect,
pretty much
Star Wars.
most BioWare stuff. Also, I believe she's been in quite a few.
She's actually also one of the little test twins in Bioshock Infinite.
Oh,
Seriously? Oh, that's the... Oh.
A lot of people didn't know that because she fakes a really impressive English accent.
Colonel, you're retired. Why are you involved in
You
this?
didn't have this shit
Because
back
there
in
aren't
the day.
many people who know
Nope.
Foxhound
Crash
as well
Bandicoot
as I
certainly did
do.
not.
Is that really the only
The only
Wait a minute.
PlayStation.
Here's going.
Soldiering for
Ooga
a
booga
long
booga.
time.
So what
I
do
don't
we,
know anything
what do we
else.
actually need to
I
know?
guess
from
even
these
though I'm
briefings?
getting a little
just
old,
to
I still
like
love
get up
being
to
in
date
the
before
field.
we actually start
Colonel.
playing. What's
You're lousy.
he's talking about Colonel?
It's
What up, Colonel? Where's Meryl?
Okay.
Oh, God, Snake.
Sorry.
What we're learning from this
I'll be
is
frank.
that Snake has
Person very
been
dear to me is
trying to
being
hide from the
held
military
hostage.
eyes for
Who is
quite
it?
some time.
And he's
And
retired from Foxhound.
Meryl.
yeah, he's retired. He's an old Foxhound soldier. In the first games, you actually played under the command of Big Boss without knowing you were his clone. And you
Oh,
were,
right, yeah, okay.
And you were in the Foxhound unit. So after Metal Gear 1
was your
and 2,
niece doing here?
Snake kind of
Several
went off the
soldiers were
radar.
reported missing the day of the revolt.
He was tired of the soldier life. And
My
that's
niece
one of the
was
things
one
that
of
I
those
always
called
loved
in
about
as an
Snake. He has
emergency
never
replacement.
enjoyed being a soldier.
She looks like
But
you.
because of his
She's
skills,
my little brother's
it is
girl.
kind of needed
He
of
died
him.
in the Gulf War.
But
Since then,
then
I've
we
been
learned
watching
that
after her.
like they
Personal
have
motive, Colonel.
they have kidnapped
That's not
a lot
very
of
soldierly.
high-standing
I'm retired.
politicians
old man
on
now.
Shadow Moses Island
And I'm your friend.
are keeping them hostage
Since when
to
are we friends?
I've thought of us as friends since the fall
what
of
is it called?
Zanzibar.
Something with Metal Gear.
yeah,
With my personality, I don't
and
have
they
too
want
many
they
friends.
want to
That's what I
get
trust
stuff
about you.
so they can
It's what
use
makes
Metal
you
Gear. We
human.
don't really know what Metal Gear
Please,
is
Snake.
at this point.
Save my niece, Meryl.
And Colonel's niece,
All right.
Meryl,
But I have two
is,
conditions.
Meryl is
them.
also
One,
on Shadow
no more
Moses
secrets
Island.
between us.
So
I
that's
want complete
why
disclosure at all
Campbell,
times. And two,
he's
I'll only
actually
accept
not
orders directly
in
from
the
you, Colonel.
military right
No
now,
cutoffs
but we
involved,
don't know that
okay?
yet, but
Agreed.
that's why he
That's
asked
why I was called.
Snake as a personal favor to go
But
in
one
and,
thing.
and do this.
What?
So if you were to
I'm not a
cook the
colonel
whole mission,
anymore,
all
just
we
a
know
retired old
from
war
start to
horse.
finish,
I understand.
up to this point,
Colonel.
if you were to cook it down to 2 sentences, what are we doing before we get into the gameplay?
World War 3.
What happened? What are we gonna do? Just the
We're-
simplest.
We are infiltrating to stop the terrorist who probably has one of the most advanced nuclear weapons in the world.
That sounds cool.
Coming soon.
And,
Okay.
Okay, Jennifer Hale. This is Jennifer Hale.
Okay.
Young Jennifer Hale, let's
That doctor, is she part of this operation too?
She was in charge of Foxhound's gene therapy. She knows more about those men than anyone else.
You mean you've seen them naked?
Naked snake. No, that's
Make
later.
no mistake. I'm not a nurse. I'm a scientist.
By the way, what was that injection for?
It's a combination of nanomachines and an anti-freezing peptide so that your blood and other bodily fluids don't freeze,
Just
even
for
in
the record, remember
subarctic
this.
temperatures.
Nanomachines.
You have
Not
no
just
idea
one
how
kind.
fucking
There
important
are
that
different
was.
types which will
fact
replenish
that
the
he can't
supply of
freeze to death.
adrenaline,
No, the
nutrition,
fact
and
that he
sugar
got
in
a
the
shot from
bloodstream.
Naomi.
But what did the
Now I
shot
don't
do
have to
so
worry
that he
about
can't freeze?
food.
I also put some nootropics in there.
Nano machines
Yeah,
in his blood.
nanomachines
Nootropics.
are kind of
A
like
class of drugs which will help
this,
improve your mental functioning.
like
It'll make me
Robot
spare
cells.
yeah, robot cells. It's
Anything
actually
else?
being developed as we
Benzodrine.
speak.
Yeah.
It's a type
But
of stimulant. It'll keep you alert
yeah,
and
it's robot
responsive
cells
for
that can
12
enhance the
straight
body
hours.
in certain ways.
That was quite a
Like in Crisis.
cocktail. Anything else in
Yeah,
there?
well, Crisis is
Those
an
nanomachines
out of
will
body.
also
Suit
keep
as well.
coded
Yeah,
spirals
yeah.
charged up.
Sort of like that,
I
but
guess I
not
can
to
call you when
that
I'm ready to go on a
degree.
diet.
Like, he can't
You're
flip a
welcome.
car.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough. She does mask her voice very well compared to some of the other games. For instance, in Old Republic, the first thing I thought when I was playing the female trooper, first thing I thought was, "That's Shepard!"
Yeah.
So clear. And actually, when you play Knights of the Old Republic 2, Bastille Sean is very reminiscent of
The
female
chief of
trooper.
DARPA and the president of an arms manufacturing
But
company.
I
What business do they have at a nuclear weapons disposal facility?
Snake asks about
The
is
truth
whether
is
she's
that
seen them
secret
naked.
exercises were being
That's,
conducted at the time the
he has some
terrorist
sort of
group
fetish.
attacked.
Extremely
No, I
important
think
exercises.
That's
those two were directly
a
involved.
deputy.
Were they
The
testing
thing
some
about
kind of
Metal
new
Gear
advanced
is that it
weapon?
has
I'm
a
not privy to that information.
strange mixture
Do we know exactly
of
where they're
silly
being
humor
held?
and oh my god
The
scenes.
DARPA chief has also been injected with a mini
Yeah, because he's
transmitter.
very serious
As you get
about the
closer, you should be
storytelling,
able
but
to
there
pick
is
up
like
his
I remember
location on your
the,
radar.
the porn magazines and shit
Yeah,
in the fourth game
and the entire concept of hiding in boxes.
yeah, and in barrels and people taking a shit in barrels and stuff. I remember that. Like poop jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember that. Like he's a really funny guy if you've seen it.
Do they really have the
Yeah,
ability
awesome.
to launch a nuclear missile?
They say they do. They even gave us the serial number of the warhead they plan to use.
Now that's
Is
cocky.
the number confirmed?
I'm afraid so. At the very least, they've got their hands on a real nuclear warhead.
Isn't there some kind of safety device to prevent this type of terrorism?
Yes. Every missile and warhead in our arsenal is
so.
equipped with a PAL, which uses
Get
a
in there.
discrete
Get in there.
detonation
Yeah.
code.
PAL.
Get there.
Permissive Action Link. The safety control system built into all nuclear weapons systems.
Okay, I'm gonna try something.
But even so, we can't rest easy.
What?
Why not?
Because the DARPA chief knows
This is the nuts.
detonation
This is
code.
fucking next gen,
But even if
man.
they have a nuclear warhead, it must have been removed from its missile. All the missiles
in
on
there.
these disposal
Get in there.
sites are
Get-
supposed to be dismantled.
Yep.
It's not that easy to get your hands on an
That
ICBM.
pixelated crotch. Oh,
That used to be true. But since the end of the Cold War, you can
What,
get
there's a
anything
story?
if you have enough money and the
Story
right
what?
connections.
man, Snake is fucking ripped.
Yeah, of course.
How can he be fucking ripped when he's retired or something?
He's been
Unlike everybody else, he didn't start drinking.
he's been living in Alaska
I
with
need to live in Alaska as well.
How well armed are these
Goddamn.
With Sarah
terrorists?
Palin.
I know there was an exercise going on at the time they
That's not-
revolted.
that's right.
Let's not talk all other politics and game
Six
politics.
I don't
months of
worry, I
Fox
won't.
Hound in charge
I'm just
are all
noting
hardened
the fact that
veterans.
you have to kill moose with
They're
your
tough
bare
enough
hands.
to eat nails
You
and
probably
ask for
could.
seconds.
I wouldn't expect anything
This guy?
less from Fox.
This guy.
The
Oh, that
others
guy.
are next generation special forces.
I'd like
They're
to
not
tell
your
me kill
average
moose
grunts
with your bare
either.
hands.
He probably
I
could.
totally can.
I want that on video.
I'm super serious. Zooming on my face. So you can make the scenes extra serious just by zooming in on their face.
Probably. The terrorist demand.
We don't deal with terrorists.
So what exactly are they demanding?
A person's remains.
Remains?
Hot dog.
That's right.
Oh, it's a
To
good
be
hot
more
dog.
accurate, cell specimens which contain the individual's genomic information.
What?
Cell specimens?
What?
Why would they want that?
The terrorists need them. You see, these next generation special forces have been strengthened through
The
gene
PMCs?
therapy.
No, that's later.
Yeah, that's
Strengthened?
Much later.
You've heard of the Human
feels
Genome
confused.
Project. They've been mapping the human genome, and they're nearly finished.
Basically,
Following
they're
up
talking
on
about
this
clones.
research,
Yeah,
the
mapping the
military has
human
been working
genome
towards
is basically
identifying
like, hey,
those
we know how to
genes
construct
which are
fake
responsible for
humans.
making effective
We're not
soldiers.
actually having a copy.
There are
right?
genes that do
Yeah,
Kinda.
they
If
only
you're
need
able
the
to
cells.
reconstruct them.
They only need
They're
the
able to
cells.
transplant those genes into regular soldiers.
And this is pretty much the.
I'll explain this part.
Subplot.
Gene therapy
Oh,
can
that's
remove
kind of
those
the
genes
theme
which we
about,
know may
about
lead
Metal
to
Gear
sickness
1
or disease,
is that what makes
and at
a
the
great
same
soldier
time
is it the
splicing
genes or is
genes
the
with beneficial
experience you get
effects such
from
as resistance to
your,
cancer, for example.
from the field.
In other words, we can
Yeah, it's your
overcome all
morality.
sorts of
Yeah,
genetic
and stuff
diseases
like that.
and at the same time
and they
add
actually
genetic
grow on
characteristics
this
as
theme
desired.
throughout the other games.
And so if you
Then
knew what
into stuff
genes were
such
responsible
as,
for making the perfect soldier, you
now
could
it's
implant
what
them in
makes
the
a good
same way,
soldier, and
right?
later they make it to what makes you
Yes, we
human.
could.
But it all depends
That-
on being
that-
able to
those are
isolate
actually two
and
very
identify
different
those
things.
soldier
Yeah,
genes.
but they
And in order
managed
to do
to like
that,
make a great
it's helpful
parallel.
if you can study the genomic information of one of the
I just
greatest
told you that's his
soldiers
moral,
ever.
moral compass and his guts.
Well, unless you're a scientist and you think that it's all about genes. Like it's.
Well, a scientist isn't really a soldier.
So here's the genetic strengthening. That's the nanomachine thing.
Alright, fair enough.
One of the greatest soldiers ever?
The man they call the greatest warrior of the 20th century.
Kratos!
I've been working feverishly to identify the genes
love you, Toby.
responsible for his
How the fuck did you get Kratos? He's
So
from
far,
How
like,
did we both get Kratos?
yeah. How did you both get Kratos?
So his body
Have
was
you
a
seen
copy
This is
after
really
all.
fucked. And we got it on
The
tape.
cells have remained frozen in a
Have you seen Kratos?
Of course I've seen Kratos, but that's like
priceless.
old. Yeah, but it's old Olympian times.
Yeah, it's not in 20.
His body
But it's so we were both
But he's
wrong
a
at the same
god
time.
of war, he's still alive, he wouldn't die.
We weren't even.
He failed at killing
People are
himself. Why
amazing.
wouldn't he be still alive?
And then
He's
you're
a
gonna
god.
transplant those genes into soldiers?
God.
Yes.
It's an old
We'll use
game
a
now.
process that I
It's like
discovered
spoiling
called
System
gene
Shock 2 or
targeting.
something.
The
Don't you
story-
fucking
Don't
spoil
fuck-
System
don't
Shock. I just
do.
bought that shit.
I haven't
It's just
played-
out of Steam, though.
I haven't played System Shock 2,
We now
I'm
know
just
that
comparing. It's like
hereditary
spoiling
factors
the
are
original
far more crucial
Half-Life.
for creating
Don't-
superior soldiers.
Don't stop.
Snake.
If you could.
Just stop it here.
It's potentially more
It's
dangerous
like-
than the nuclear warheads on that island put together.
I hear the terrorists are calling themselves the Sons of Big Boss.
No, that's not.
It's like spoiling Pac-Man.
You motherfucker!
Oh,
In the end, Pac-Man drinks a beer. There, I said it.
That's the secret ending.
Yeah. Nobody ever got to that.
Okay, we're almost done with the briefing.
fucking hope so, man.
Actually, I find it quite
No, it's
cool.
kind of
Tell me about these next
Considering
generation
the
of
fact that
special
I'm
forces.
the thing that
They
I care
started
the
out
most
as an
about the game is actually
anti-terrorist
the
special
detail
ops unit,
and
made up of
well-thought
former
history.
members of biochem units,
And also
technical
characters,
escort
obviously.
units, and a
This is
nuclear
very
emergency
detailed
search
fake
team.
history.
Well,
Their purpose was to
but I
respond
mean,
to threats
the storyline
involving next
in the
generation
game
weapons
and
of
the
mass
information of the
destruction,
story and such.
including
one of the reasons why I
NBC
really love
weapons.
BioWare.
Until
this is
they
actually
were
really
added,
cool
that
that they
is.
insert this.
Who's they?
And make it
These
optional.
guys didn't start
Exactly,
out as
because-
regular army.
For instance, a guy like
Looks
me,
like a
I would
pretty
go through
international
all this.
group.
But
Mercenaries.
there are people who,
Yeah,
who don't care
and
too
it
much
gets
for this.
worse.
So they probably pick
Most of them
Call
were
of
from a
Duty and
merc
stuff like that.
agency that I
If you
think
really
you're
want to get into
familiar
Metal Gear,
with.
but you're not into
They were
old
part of
games,
Big Boss's
I guess. But
private
if you
guard.
should have a PSP line
After
around,
Big
there
Boss
is a
went
graphic
down, the
novel,
military just bought out all their
interactive-
contracts.
Interactive novel thingy. That
Outer
they-
heaven.
PSP,
After
where
that, they
just
were
go
merged
through
with
the
our
whole
own
story of the
VR
first
unit,
game,
Force
so you can
21,
pick up
and retrained.
Metal Gear
If you
Solid
ask
2.
me, these
Yeah, cool.
so-called
And-
next generation
Would
special
you advise
forces
that
should
against
be
people who
called
are kind of
simulated
intimidated by the
soldiers.
first game?
Yeah,
No real battle
it,
experience.
it's
What if you're intimidated by all
Video
four?
game players,
You
huh?
can just watch.
Don't
Eco
forget,
Reference
they've all
videos.
been
No,
strengthened.
but yeah,
They
I would
carry
actually advise
genes
it.
which
It's
make
really,
them
it's really well
excellent
written,
soldiers.
and
Don't get careless
it's,
just because they don't have
it's
much
fully
experience.
voiced.
It doesn't take all the details
thought
right.
you
It's
No,
like-
Genetically
there are of
modified
course
soldiers
some
prohibited by
things
international
that you
law.
need to experience.
Like wet
Those are
boxes
just
inside?
regulations, not actual
That is
treatments.
in Metal Gear 2.
No, whatever.
Well, I
The
want to play that
interesting
one
thing is
for
that nearly every
Yeah,
member
but
of the
it's a
unit
suitable
conspired in this attack.
like replacement for the first game if you
In-
want to just get on with the fucking thing. Better graphics.
Indeed.
Remind me about that one whenever I buy a Vita.
But you can also.
Is it online? Can you buy it online? Yeah.
No, but I meant whenever I buy a Vita. I
Uh,
haven't bought a Vita.
How could an entire unit be
there's also the
subverted to
thing that
rebellion?
you can actually
They're
buy
calling it a
Metal
revolution.
Gear.
Since they all
1
went through
Solid
the same
on
gene
PlayStation
therapy,
Network,
they
and
probably
they have
felt
just thrown it
closer
up
than
there
others.
and it
They
costs
see the unit as their
74
only
Danish
family.
crowns. I don't know
His
what
son's
it
a
is
big
in
boss.
English money.
Well,
But if they were
that
regular
is
army, they must have been
roughly
interviewed
9
periodically by
quid
army
or-
council.
15 euros.
According to their files, they all got
I
straight
mean,
A's
how
in
much did you say it was?
psychological tests.
74.
They all
Oh,
seem like
74,
fine,
10, 11 euros.
patriotic soldiers.
It's a bargain.
Like it's
Yeah,
nothing.
that's
No.
8,
Several
9
people
quid.
didn't
It's
show
like
up on the day of the
11,
exercise.
$12.
That's why there was a
12
resupply
euros,
of troops.
Maybe 13
Was there
euros.
any sign
What we're trying to
that
say here is it's
something
not
might be
that
wrong?
expensive to actually just
There
get
was a
the
report
fucking
a
game and
month
start
ago
playing.
that they
Yeah,
were acting strange.
Unless you're a guy like you that
Apparently
really
they
enjoys
consulted
boxing.
classified
For some
information about the
stupid-ass reason.
soldier
And
teams
just
to
for the
form their
record,
own
we're
gene
playing
therapy
this
experiments.
on
They can do
from
that
this
even without you?
on my
Well, our gene therapy
backwards
process is
compatible
almost
PlayStation 3.
completely
So we're not
automated.
cheating here. This
And
is the
besides
real
that,
deal.
they're
If
all
the
geniuses
if the
with IQs
game
over 180.
skips or anything,
Even the
then we
existence
now
of
know
this
why.
genome army is a national
And we
secret of
actually
the
also
highest
need the
order.
box.
We've been hoping
later,
to investigate
but,
this thing.
Oh yes, I
quietly
heard about that.
and
Seriously,
deal
what
with it
the hell?
behind
I heard about
closed
that shit.
doors.
Somebody just took the box out of my hand.
Oh!
Yeah, you're gonna need
Oh,
that.
Wow.
It's that in that picture down there?
Yeah, right.
So if you buy the digital version,
You're fucked.
You're kind of fucked. Wow.
Cool.
Then you'll have to do what I did
High-tech
back in the day
special
because
forces
I
unit
did.
You pressed
Fox
every
out.
single number.
I
Or
pressed
former
every single
unit.
number.
And
And
one
you
that
had
I
the
was
box
a
at the time.
commander.
I had the box.
And you didn't know you could look at the
Hey guys,
Power and
quick question
expertise.
thrown out there.
They're every bit as
If
good
we
as when I was
say what this is about,
commanding
will
them.
we spoil something?
So
Pretty
they're
much.
still around.
We
There are
let
six
me
members
do
of
it.
Fox
Alright,
Hound
because I was
involved
going
in
to
this
ask
terrorist
what it was
activity.
needed for though.
Yeah.
Psycho
At one
Matters
point you
with
need
his
to.
powerful psychic
we'll
abilities.
need this.
Sniper Wolf, the
Hello,
beautiful and
six.
deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman.
Cryptic
And
metaphor.
Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter.
Looks like a lovely bunch
But
of
what
folks.
we'll
Too bad
need
we'll be
from the
meeting
back
under
of the
these
box
circumstances.
is that at
And
one point
finally,
you will need to
in
contact
charge
a
of
certain
them,
person.
Foxhound squad leader.
And they actually say
Liquid
in game
Snake.
it's on the
Liquid
back of the
Snake.
CD case.
Yes. And
So
you're
you'll
the
have to
only
look at the
person
back
who
of
can
your Metal
stand
Gear
against him.
Solid PlayStation 1's CD case to get the number. I didn't have the box at that point because I had lent it to a friend. Don't ask me why. And I had to press every single number to contact that person.
So how long did that take?
About an hour.
Well, that's not much actually. We're still kind of frustrated.
Liquid Snake.
So
Liquid Snake.
that's actually quite a
with the
cool
same
thing,
code
but also
name
quite a
as you.
game ruining thing.
Tell me
Yeah,
what you
but
know.
that's it out.
Yeah, that's
He fought in the
amazingly
Gulf
cool
War
because
as a
it's really
teenager,
weird and stuff.
the youngest
What's
person
the
in the
thing,
SAS.
the deal with the memory card
His
stuff?
job
though?
was to track down and
Oh,
we'll get to
destroy
that
mobile
later.
Scud
When
missile
I'm
launching
You'll
platforms.
probably not be here,
You were there
but
too.
But they did some awesome stuff with
Didn't you
Yeah,
some
and-
some memory
Western
card
Iraq with a
stuff
platoon
where
of
they
Green
put into
Berets?
the game.
yeah,
Yeah, I heard about
and it
that.
actually became all the more
The details are
interesting if you
classified, but it
had
seems that originally he
if you played
penetrated the
Twin
Middle East as a
Snakes,
sleeper
which
for
is
the
a remake of the
SIS.
first one on the
He was a
GameCube.
spy for the
Yeah.
British
If you
Secret
played that
Intelligence
and you
Service.
had a
But
memory
he never
file
once
of,
showed his face in Century House.
Eternal Darkness,
He was taken prisoner in Iraq.
which is also made
and
by
after that, there was no
a lot of
trace
the
of
people
him for
who made
several
Metal
years.
Gear. Then
After
the
you
person
retired,
who
he was
reads
rescued
your memory
and
files
became
will
a
actually
member of
address
Fox
that
Hound.
and actually
I
talk
thought
to you
that by the
about
time
it.
I left, they were no longer
Seriously?
using
Seriously,
code
yeah.
So if you played it on the
I
GameCube,
don't know
you
his
get
real
other stuff.
name.
Yeah,
That
and
information
there's
is
also
so highly
some stuff
classified
on the
that even I can't
PlayStation
look at it.
1, but I don't recall what you have to have played.
Here's a photo of him.
And there's some Konami games, some Castlevania stuff, and some.
I actually think it's Castlevania.
His skin tone is
You have the
different,
Konami
but
code in this one
otherwise
too?
you two are exact
What?
duplicates.
We have the Konami code somewhere in this game too, by the way.
I
I
have
have
there
not
should be.
tried.
I don't know
There
the
should be,
details,
Alright,
but it seems
we'll keep
so.
on pressing till we get a Konami code
That's why we
somewhere.
really need you for this mission.
Okay, so what he just said,
You're
I
the
don't know
only
if
one
you
who
know
can
this,
beat
but
him.
I didn't.
Here I know.
these super soldiers
Got something
and
to
the
do.
entire operation is led by a guy
can see it in
called
your
Liquid
eyes.
Snake. And the reason
don't
why
I find
that
that
brings
thought
so
more
much
comforting?
why that's so interesting to these people is because
His name is Snake as well.
yeah, and it's Solid Snake. So it's obviously a taunt to him.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
the opposite of solid.
yeah,
Liquid.
So here's a fun thing. I hope this is right. Yes. If you haven't watched
I
all
need to borrow
all the
your
briefings,
scissors.
this
What are you
is
going
Don't
you
worry,
don't get this.
just gonna clean myself up a little.
Huh?
I don't want to be mistaken for the leader of the terrorists.
It's kind of cool, actually.
So all that was that he cuts his hair.
Yeah,
Wow.
but you don't know that if you don't.
Yeah.
Like, let's.
You're gonna be like, oh my god, where's his hair?
Well, actually, when it's infiltrating, I would probably have kept my hair that way because then I'm the boss, so just let me through.